Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today talking about my favourite books so far of 2020. So, I read quite a lot of books this year. Not really read any bad ones, only DNF'd one, and that was All the Light You Cannot See by Anthony Doerr. Just not really my thing, historical fiction. But read a lot of good books. So these aren't in any kind of order. These are just all books that I've loved this year. So starting off, Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. So in this book, the whole book's basically fighting the war. Following Vin and the crew again, and everything's just on a bigger scale than the first book. Magic system, again, outstanding, on point, one of the best I've read. Characters, you just love them, you feel like you're part of the crew. Really can't wait to get into the third one. One of the best books I've read this year. And the second book is The Great Hunt by Robert Jordan. So the main thing I liked about this one was character development, but especially Rand and Perrin were my two favourites in this book. I'm starting to like Matt a bit more. Didn't really like him in the first book, but his character's getting a bit more interesting in this one. The Aes Sedai side of this book, following Egwene, Elaine and Nynaeve. Out of the three books I've read, this was the most interesting. They have quite the arc in this book. A lot of action to do with them. And the last 100 pages of this book was just non-stop action. Couldn't put it down. Absolutely loved it. And I'll be starting book 4 pretty soon. So the third book on this list is The Poppy War. Talked about this in my wrap up for last month. This I absolutely adored. Rin, the main character, absolutely brilliant. Set in 20th century China, absolutely brilliant. And it's got gods, war, magic. I mean, what more could you ask for? It's an outstanding book. I highly recommend it, and I'll be picking up book 2, The Dragon Republic, again pretty soon, hopefully next month. So fourth book, Nevernight by Jay Kristoff. I didn't expect to like this book as much as I did. I do normally like assassin fantasy. Like, I loved the Night Angel trilogy by Brent Weeks. This book, it felt very modern. Probably because of the language used. It's quite a graphic book. So in this book, Mia, she goes away to train to be an assassin. And it's basically a school setting, but like no school you'd ever want to attend. Very graphic and violent book, but very entertaining. Worth a read. And the fifth book on this list is a reread, and it needs no introduction. It is The Hobbit. Now, I can't say enough good things about The Hobbit. It's one of my favourite books ever. I reread it quite often. It's constantly 5 out of 5 stars. Love the characters, love the setting, love the story. If there is a book that's a must read, it's The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. I can't separate them. They go together, in my opinion. So this book has it all. Dragons, elves, hobbits, dwarves, men, goblins, treasure, war. You just don't get a better book, in my opinion. You need to read it. Now I've got 3 honourable mentions, and they're only honourable mentions because one's a children's book and 2 are novellas. But these 3 are probably my favourite new books I've read this year. First one, And Every Morning the Way Home Gets Longer and Longer by Frederick Backman. This book, or this novella, if there is a single book that could bring anyone to tears, and I mean anyone, it's this. It's only like 75 pages or something like that, and it's just telling the story of the granddad, his son and his grandson, mainly the granddad and the grandson. And the granddad is developing dementia, and it's talking about how he's struggling with forgetting everything. And this book, I was in tears. You wouldn't think something this short could affect you as much as this does. This is something that everyone needs to read. It's absolutely brilliant. The next one is by the same author, and it's Things My Son Needs to Know About the World. Now this one is the author basically writing letters to his son throughout life, and talking about how the most mundane things can have the most profound effect on your life. And now this is a book any parent needs to read. I mean, the starts of the chapters, like there's one that talks about football, and I'm not really into football, but at the end of that chapter I was holding back tears. This book is something else. I don't know how this author does it. He's definitely got a gift. You need to check him out. The last one, The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse by Charlie Mackery. Now I've talked about this one a lot. I absolutely love this. This is a children's book following the 4 characters, and just the messages in this book. It's for all ages. It's marketed as a kids book, but it's for all ages. It's basically just the 4 main characters going on a journey and talking, but it just hits you. It's amazing. You really need to read this book. So guys, that's my favourite books so far this year, the 5 books and the 3 shorter books. Like I said, it's been a great year so far for me for reading, and I hope the second half of the year is just as good. If you have any questions about any of these books, or you just want to talk about them, if you leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.